Hey, how's it going everyone? 42 Gaming here, and welcome back to the channel. So I've got some more God of War content for you guys today. And in this video, I wanted to show you my endgame, post-game build. So the build I've been using to go through majority of the post-game content. And until I get something better, more suited to the playstyle, this has been serving me really well. So if we go into the menu, take a look at my armor first. Now I'm using Sindri's Royal Dwarven breastplate, and it's the full set, as you can see. What I like about this set is that it does favor runic and cooldown, and the thing about runic and cooldown is very handy to have them as high as possible, especially for give me God of War difficulty. Not only does runic attacks, elemental damage skyrocket, but you're getting all your skills and all your abilities back really quick. And it also affects, of course, your talisman abilities as well, which are coming back super quick as well. It really helps with the difficult mobs, tougher boss fights and the longer boss fights. So I've not upgraded them to the max. I've only managed to get the gauntlets and the waist guard upper level. They are now 6+, and the breastplate is still on just one level upgraded there. But I need to gather the resources and get it all boosted up. So my strength is sitting at 123. I've got 215 for runic, 190 for defense, vitality at 35, luck at 54, and cooldown at 123. Looking at my enchantments, I've got, they're all epic enchantments, of course, and as you'll unlock as you play through the story and post-game content, you'll start getting a lot more epic enchantments to drop. So taking a look at what I have slotted into my breastplate, I have the Eye of the Outer Realm, really nice stat boosts across the board. I've got Tear Shard, again, really nice stat boost across the board, in particular that luck stack sitting at 10. Very handy for all your passives and perk chance activations to increase. And I'm using Anvari's Soul. Gives me really nice runic, some good cooldown as well, and decent vitality. But main reason I'm using this enchantment, destroys health burst. Very high perk activation chance to grant a health burst on any successful runic attack kill. So because I'm using a lot of runic attacks as it is, and I've got a high runic attack stat, this sort of triggers quite regularly. And in addition, luck is a little low, I guess, but it still triggers most of the time, which is pretty cool. So moving on to the gauntlets, I have Mark of the Element, which increases my momentum mastery for permafrost or immolation by 7% and gives me a very nice 10 to runic. Momentum mastery, I feel that's pretty important actually, maybe a little overlooked. Of course it increases the rate at which you build permafrost or immolation, and of course on higher difficulties that can be really handy. Not only are you inflicting burn or slow status, frost status on them, but you're also increasing the rate at which that builds up. So therefore you're getting to that state faster than normal. So yeah, all helps. Next up we've got Inscribed Crest of Concentration. This boosts my runic and cooldown. Gives me a moderate perk activation chance to grant a blessing of cooldown on any successful block. So again, adding to that cooldown, getting your skills faster on any block, which is quite handy. For the third enchantment, I'm using Scale of the Mighty. Nice runic and vitality boosts. Gives me Aura of Fire. It's a high perk activation chance to grant a boost to strength and a burst of health when Kratos' health drops to critical level. Anything that's going to give me a health boost or damage boost, runic boost, cooldown boost, very handy at higher difficulties, definitely. Okay, so moving on to the waist guard. Here I'm using Ivali's Corrupted Mind. This I got off one of the Valkyries. Really nice stats across the board. But the game changer, Aura of Weakness. Nearby enemies within 15 meters are weakened. Now, I know a lot of people use shock arrows for Atreus. I'm not saying I favor one over the other, but I find the light arrows to be highly, highly underrated. Reason being, eventually they will weaken opponents. Now, when opponents are weakened, and higher difficulties is a godsend because you're able to stagger them quicker, you're able to make them flinch quicker, you're able to launch them. Plus, they will take increased damage and they'll inflict reduced damage on Kratos. Now, I can't stress how important that can be, again, on the higher difficulty levels. It can mean the difference between, well, dying and not dying, essentially. So really handy. I only got this recently, actually. I think it was off of one of those Valkyries that, or the footage that I lost as I was talking about in my last video. Okay, moving on to the next one. I'm using Eye of the Winged Chosen. Check this out. Cooldown 13. Huge cooldown boost. But another game changer. Speedy Evasion. Gain a burst of speed and travel and increased distance when evading. Highly valuable perk to have. Really good. This noticeably increases your speed and your travel distance when evading. I don't believe it's on the dodge roll. It may be, but certainly on the single press evade, the short, Geralt style dash he does, the dodge. Excuse me. That definitely gets a noticeable burst of speed and travel distance. So moving on, my last enchantment, I'm using Asgard's Shard of Existence. Now this is again a new drop. I'm just trying it out for now. Gives me a nice defense boost, but also fortification. So holding L1 for several seconds grants fortification, causing an explosive knockback after the next successful block. So I suppose really handy for crowd control, and again especially on the higher difficulties when enemies are a hell of a lot more aggressive. Incidentally, actually, I'm planning to do an upcoming video to describe or to show, in my experience, the differences between challenge difficulty and Give Me God of War difficulty. That's all stuff I'm working on for now. So that's my armor pieces along with the enchantments that I have. I do have a bunch of other enchantments, of course, I've collected through the game so far, but these are the ones I'm using mainly for the moment. Now, as for my talisman, because I'm coming off of the Valkyrie runs, I've been sort of swapping between this Talisman of Unbound Potential. This is a great talisman. Not only does it give you decent runic and defense boosts, but that perk there, refreshing all runic attack cooldowns, crazy. You can literally spam 8 runic attacks, one after the other, using this talisman. And as a bonus, gives you a passive effect, increases runic when a runic attack is on cooldown. Crazy talisman. The other ones I use, Amulet of Kvasir. This against the Valkyries, crazy good. Again, you get decent, good defense and vitality boost from it. But the passive effect gives you a bit of Bayonetta style witch time. So last second dodge activates Realm Shift, temporarily slowing down surrounding enemies. And fully upgraded as it is now, you get several seconds of the Realm Shift to slow motion mode. Really handy. You can get crazy amounts of damage in those periods. I've also got this one here, Golden Talisman of Protection. This is really good as well. Just increases the timing window and parries, and greatly increases defense when blocking. That's a bit underrated as well. When you block, or when you hold block, your defense just literally shoots, skyrockets. And when you do take an attack, even if you are blocking, whether it's from sides or behind, or even just after you block, you do, in my experience, what I can tell, you do get decreased damage. You do get a damage reduction. So really handy, really handy. This is a pretty cool one here as well, Talisman of Betrayal. So slow down time. Ranged attacks are more powerful in that mode. Pretty handy. But some of the epic and legendary talismans are crazy good as well. Like for example this one, Sinmara's Cinder. Basically giving you a shield in effect that prevents your attacks from being interrupted, reduces the amount of damage you take, and inflicts normal and burn damage to all surrounding enemies. So crazy good. Shattered Gauntlet of Ages, you know, the Infinity Gauntlet of God of War. This I haven't got upgraded. I think I do have what's needed to actually unlock its full potential. I think you need the 3 epic, or you need a set of epic enchantments to be slotted in here, but I'll work on that. I like this Aegis Protection. This is pretty cool. Yes, it's a fixed defensive zone to prevent your attack from being interrupted, reduces the amount of damage you take, but also gives you a small health boost when it's upgraded. Can be handy for those defensive builds. And these two are crazy good. Talisman of the Realms. I only got this recently. I believe it was from one of the Valkyries. You press L1 circle to activate, and it summons a Realm Shift that temporarily slows down surrounding enemies. I think I've only got the 1 level upgrade. But this is again really handy. On demand, slow-mo can always be good. This one, Charm of Infinite Storms, this I've maxed out because it is really nice. I really do like using this one. And not only does it give a huge boost to runic defense and a decent boost to cooldown, but the Ice Storm it summons prevents your attacks from being interrupted, reduces the amount of damage to take, but also inflicts normal and frost damage to all nearby enemies. Now this is not a shield or ring that's in place, you know, fixed in place so you can move in and out of it. This actually surrounds you no matter where you are. So you're running up and down the fight area, the environment. This ring or storm actually stays with you, and it slows down everyone around you. It interrupts everybody around you, and it can even I think knock opponents out of any sort of unblockable state. It's crazy good, really is good. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm using, rotating between those things at the moment. I don't have any other. I mean, yeah, like I was saying, I've been working on getting a Niflheim set going, but I haven't managed to. I need cash, basically. I need some hack silver to get all this stuff upgraded. I've got the materials. I did use the Traveller set for quite a while. That was Endgame. But the Sindri's Dwarven set, really nice for runic and cooldown. Pretty good. Tears Unity, that's pretty nice as well. The Ancient set, that's nice too. But yeah, this has been doing the work for me. Post-game, Endgame and post-game. I don't have all the... I've heard that the Valkyrie sets are pretty crazy as well. I think I've got the Waist Guard. Need to kill a few more Valkyries. And actually, I didn't check that previous video. I'll have a quick look now, see how many Valkyries I've got left. Yeah, so 6. I've done 6 of 8. And of course, lost the 4 recordings, as I was explaining before. So I will have 5, including the Queen. So 5 of 9 is not too bad. Still gutted, but hopefully New Game Plus will sort that out. Anyway, before this drags on, I will of course be adding to my build, improving it and trying out a whole bunch of different builds once I have the sets all there, all upgraded, maybe some more enchantments along the way. Yeah, so still plenty to play, even though the story's done. And actually, while I'm here, let's have a quick check. So yeah, Niflheim, I've got loads to play through on that. Muspelheim, 85%, just got the Impossible Trials to do in the Valkyrie. Try and get that recorded nicely. Helheim, 100% did that. Alfheim, that's 100% as well. Oh, I've just noticed actually the text size is, yeah, definitely bigger. That was one of the patch notes, isn't it? Global increase in UI and text size. So that's cool. Don't have an issue reading this stuff anyway. And Midgard, we're on 96% here. So yeah, looking good. I'll just keep playing, keep producing content. Just loving this game. I mean, it still grips me. It still surprises me, and it still thrills me every time I play. So cool. That's enough for me now. I will be putting out some more proper build videos once I get the sets going, so I'll give you guys more variety on the different play styles and how you can build your Kratos. And because I'm sort of basing this off, this is, of course, I'm still in God of War, give me God of War difficulty, so these builds are going to be catering towards that difficulty, of course, managing that difficulty better, but of course it can be just so easily applied to previous difficulties, and in fact you might find these builds stronger, who knows. But anyway, that's enough for me now. Hopefully this content is of some use to you guys. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comments section below, and I'll be back with some more God of War videos later. Bye for now.